Alright, so it's day 2. The main goal is just to get the dash off. I'm going to be taking the dash off. I'm going to be taking this plate here that holds the battery carrier off. Be taking this plate off here that holds up the steering column support. Everything's coming out. This is probably going to come out too. You know, pretty much everything except for the rear transaxle. The 633 is going to stay in here. Clutch is probably going to come out. But that is all going to stay in there. And that way it's a little bit easier to move around instead of just the frame. Got all my other shit over here. Got the hood. The post is hiding under there. And all my parts. My front axle. Gas tank. Blah, 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 blah. My table. So I'm going to break my tools out and finish that up. So I got a little too far ahead of myself when I accidentally reduced the entire thing to just a little pile of parts. But not really. This is that's the change pulley from it being this way on the frame to this way on the frame, if that kind of makes sense. This is along the wall. This is off the engine. And it goes through there, blah, blah, blah. And here's the clutch. I might be able to find another use for this. You know, bolt this up onto the frame. That's the main one. And this is the powered one. And then there's an adjuster right here that's completely independent, which is pretty cool. So that might get some use. Here's the deck lever. This thing was seized on, so I had to cut it off to get it through the hole. Extra hood mount brackets that are bent. Clutch pedal. This is probably going to be used on this. I pulled this out, but I'll probably drill a hole through the wall all the way across and use this as a brake. It'll kind of probably look a little bit like that. Might cut it down and re-weld it, but it'll probably look like that, and then the gas probably be there. Maybe something kind of like that. So, there's the front axle. So let's walk over here and see what it looks like, which isn't much of anything, really. Pay no attention to the grass. The grass cutter broke. The front hanger was snapped off, and Sears sent the wrong part, so now we have to wait until Thursday. But here it is, completely reduced to literally just the transmission and the frame. I left the yoke on there for the brake just because I don't need it and don't want to lose it. But this will be used in a future project at some point. You know, 633 badass, brat. People say the 2300s are better, but I like these. I have no clue what the hell this tag says on it, but it's a bunch of baloney. Serial blah 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 with a bunch of other useless numbers that help me not at all. Nothing on the back of it, of course. So yeah, got it all tore apart. The next process obviously is to work on the racer. There's the Rv2 under my bike here. That's the foot that came out of the Rally V1. It's a steering rack that I got from my auto teacher, but it's the pinion tube blah 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 is too big to work with on anything. But this front axle, I'm going to take the spindles out because this is set up for direct steering. I don't want this thing on there. The spindles and the tires are going to come off. This, I measured it. This is about 1/4 of an inch too short to go into the bottom of the frame here. But the frame is not, there's not a flange under it anyway, so I'll have to weld angle iron onto it so I can drill holes and put that on. Although I looked, and I don't know if you can see, maybe if I put my big head in the way. Can't really see it from that side. This side's much better. Kind of. But there's actually a nut and bolt through there, so I might actually be able to just reinforce this right here. Because this is going to be welded solid anyways. I could smooth this down, put a piece of angle across it, and just swap out the axle entirely without using that plate. What I like about these is the steering on them. I forgot to mention that, I think. But the steering is actually in two pieces. There's a shaft, and then there's this shaft here that the steering wheel goes onto. So I'll have removable steering on this thing, which is pretty cool. Contemplating on whether or not I'm going to keep this, considering my 820 is a 6-speed. That's a number 5 if you are, you know, too stupid to realize what that is. So I might use this as a shifter and drill out individual notches. There's only one on each, but drill out individual notches so I can move back and forth. So, like I said, next step is this. I might work on the Rv2 because, like I said, I wanted to use some of the parts. Yeah, dashes over there, and fix that up a little bit. And the direct steering is probably all going to go on that, unless somebody else wants it and wants to, you know, send me an offer. It would be pretty much a bolt-in kit because all it is literally just the shaft. Let me grab it here. Oh, this is a steering shaft. If you're sitting on it on the mower, that's what it looks like when it's straight, like that. And this goes across to that ridiculously looking spindle arm. So that might go on the V1, considering I cut the shaft off like right there and then welded on MPD shaft and keeps breaking. Who knows? But anyways, got this thing torn down and don't have much else to do. It's 6 o'clock now and kind of want to just go and relax. Pretty busy this week. So I'm going to get this video edited and, you know, go back inside and check the build out in the all-terrain lawn tractor form. I'm getting some funds together for some tires for this beast. Probably just going to fuzzy lock the 820. We'll see. Who knows? I'm updating stuff in the thread and discussing it on Facebook on Maine Mud Mowers. If you're not a member of that group, then you're lame. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will talk to everybody later.